that right? Yeah. Okay. Which means if you're in the chat, hello. I am going to break out the chat here so I can see it, and I'm also going to quickly email everyone from December because I realized that it's January and I posted this to January. Hello, Rex the X. So I'm just quickly gonna do some tippy-typey fun stuff, and then I promise I will be more attentive. I have this. Oh, let me just get a new one for the end of the month. Let me write an email. It'll be to me, so I BCC everybody. This is the process. This is the very sexy process. Patron Hangout live now. Here's the link. There is a hair on my thing. Yeah. All right, and then I just have to plug in all the email addresses, which I go to here. So sorry. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Trevana. I almost said Sergio. It was weird. Hey, everyone. Sorry. I'm just going to email separately everyone from December because this went up. I haven't used this version of Patreon's live stream thing yet, and so this went up for everybody who's also a January sponsor, so bonus hangout for you guys. And so I'm just double checking anybody who didn't carry over is going to get what they backed for, and it won't take me long. And now it is done. Everyone's BCC'd and send. Okay. I got an email from myself, so that's always good. Hey everyone. Hi, hello, hi. Yes, a glorious behind the scenes experience of sending out Patreon emails, and also the thumbnail it chose for the December patron hangout for the email is really unflattering. So, yay. Hey everyone. Yeah, Trevane says, not gonna lie, I figured this was gonna be late in some fashion. So true, because I was like, oh, it's December 26th and I'm scheduling this hangout and I'll do it on the 1st and that'll be great. And why would I do that to myself? But I did, and we're here, and that's all that matters. Smee is also here now. He has let himself in, so I'm sure he'll be popping up. Yep, I was just talking about you. Yeah, it was you. What's this boy? Oh, your collar chroma keys. Oh, it's a boy. So hello everyone joining. Thank you all. Okay, don't bite me, please. Thank you all for coming to the hangout. And these are actually going to happen in the months that they're scheduled in, usually on the last couple days of the month, starting this year because it's a new year and all rewards will be fulfilled in a timely manner this year. That is my resolution. Smee, nobody wants to see your butt on stream. Nobody wants to see it. I heard everybody talking and they said they didn't want to see it. I heard them talking and I heard that. Don't show your butt to the stream. It's gross. Oh, Leroy Jenkins says, Jenkins says, Alabama or Clemson. I guess they're playing. I have to say Crimson Tide. My mom is a big Bama fan. So gotta go with Alabama. Nothing against Clemson. I'm sure they're great. Clemson. sure they're a great team, but Alabama. Get your butt out of here, Smee. He's very excited. I haven't been at my desk in a couple days, so we're very excited about it. And I shut the door specifically so you wouldn't come in, and you did. You did. So I just got back from Colonial Williamsburg, which was really, really cool. I finished Megmas, 10 shoots, 10 videos, 148 photos. Smee, it's enough now. 148 photos. Yeah, this is a Smee hangout, apparently. It's a Smee show. It's so true. So Magnus was great. It was a lot of content to make, but I do think we got enough of a head start on it that I felt pretty good about. I wasn't like killing myself to do it. It was a lot, and I do feel like I learned a lot, and there are things that I learned that I feel like people liked about. So they were shot completely in a different order than they were released, and so it was really interesting because Christmas cookies was shot first. The 50s cookies, baking cakes, I think is what I ended up calling it in Megmas. That was shot first, and everybody liked all the poses in it, but nobody said anything about what I didn't like about it, which was the set, as it were, my kitchen, wasn't super Christmassy, because I had like a Christmas bowl out and some like ornaments, but it wasn't Christmas yet. It was like the beginning of November when I shot it. So I hadn't pulled like our Christmas decorations out of storage. So everything that's in there was just stuff around, like those ornaments I think were up in a cabinet where the cats have been playing with them. So it was just like stuff I had easily. And also I had totally different plans for that shoot. Like I bought all these Christmas cookie cutters and like a rolling pin, and I was gonna do like making the cookies as well, but shooting in the kitchen in the evening in the winter, it was super dark. I was super frustrated. Gavin came home from work and shot half the set for me. I shot half of it myself and he shot the other half, and I was just like so frustrated. I didn't even use any of the cookie stuff I bought, and I'll have to do I had planned to do with the Cole thing. I had with the butt flat PJs was going to be like the cooking of the cookies. And then I had this whole idea where they were going to like, each photo shoot was going to hand off to the next photo shoot, where like it would all have some sort of chronological flow somehow, but that became really overwhelming. I'm glad I didn't do that, because I ended up changing the order so much. So I learned a lot about, like, for instance, like butt flat PJs I think is my favorite set. Like I love the decorations and I thought they were super cute, and so I learned a lot. It was really fun. It's called Baking Cakes, Only Bake Cookies. It's so true. Brianna says that Krampus was her favorite. Krampus I think was my favorite too. If I could do it again, which I did do it again, I shot it twice. We shot it initially, I didn't have a bra on under the lingerie, which is how I intended to wear it originally. And then when I was practicing poses for it, I always had one of my arms up to like push my boobs in. And when we actually shot it, I forgot I had these big claws on and a cape, and I hadn't really practiced posing in the whole getup. So I didn't really have my arms up on my boobs much, and so it ended up just not making my boobs look as good. I was just kind of like, natural boobs, they do their own thing sometimes. Don't do that with me. So we reshot it. I really love the photos, but I didn't really like the cleavage, so we reshot it with a bra. Some people were like, oh, she's reshooting it with a bra because it's too revealing. It's like, no, it just your boobs look so much better in a bra. So anyway, we shot it with a bra, and then I did half and half because I liked the way it looked without a bra too. So some of the photos have it, some of them don't. But we shot it with these Hue Bloom is what it's called, and it's these big lamps that you can make any color because they're hue bulbs. So I made them red, and we had them like stationed in a couple different places to give it that super red glow. But it made a couple things, I think, difficult. I think it made the edit really difficult for Martin. He definitely had his work cut out for him. It also made fine detail very hard to shoot because we were shooting in basically pitch black with red lights everywhere. And so it made focusing really, really hard. So Gavin would literally have to, like, it was on a tripod. Do not eat the mic. The camera was on a tripod, and he would have to manually focus it and then take the photo and then zoom way in because it was so dark where he was, he couldn't really tell. And then he'd be like, it's a little off, and he'd adjust it, and we'd do it again. So the shoot took a long time to get everything in focus. So if I did it again, I probably wouldn't use red as much, not as much red light, but it was really cool. I think it gave it like a really stylized look. I already have my plans for Megmas next year for a different strange Christmas character that's not Krampus, that I'm really excited about as well. Yeah, Smee's causing all kinds of a ruckus. It's true. But now he's just laying down. Rex the X1 says Leia was my personal fave, and totally not because I have a Star Wars bias. Leia was one of my faves too because I got that Wampa rug. But there were two things with the Leia shoot. Thing one, I didn't realize the Wampa rug was so short. I thought it was longer. And so when I got it out of the package to shoot, a lot of times, you would think I would learn, but a lot of times I don't open everything I'm going to shoot with until I'm ready to shoot, or like the day of the shoot. And sometimes things are just not what you expect, and then why the hell didn't you check this a couple days ago? So the Wampa rug was really short. It ended up working because of the light curtain, but it was shorter than I expected. And also, I had a rug. I ordered a rug from Amazon, and a white like shag rug, and I thought it would maybe make the Wampa rug look a little more impressive. It got lost. Like, I've never had worse luck with Amazon than I did with this like Megmas ordering. Like, the wood pillows for Woodsman, they got lost in the mail. The rug got lost in the mail. Something else that I ordered again. Was it like my antlers or the stuffed deer head or something? Something for Woodsman also got lost in the mail, and they had to like refund me for them and say like, sorry, if the rug shows up, please let us know. And it never did. So I had a ton of mishaps with Leia in particular. So I was pleasantly surprised it came out as good as it did, because it was just a whole kit and caboodle of madness. And actually I plan to use the rug for a different shoot. For January I'm going to be doing, it's called Silver Bells. It's really cute. It's like, I got this navy and silver lingerie and a silver wig and a bunch of actual silver sleigh bells and the white shag rug, and we'll do like the light curtain again, which I know a lot of people are like, ugh, the light curtain, but I think it looks so cool. I really like it, so probably the light curtain again. But yeah, I'll be doing that for January for this month, and I'll also be doing the snowman. So the snowman was like the first, I think it was one of the first things I bought for Megmas, and then I didn't do the shoot for Megmas, like I didn't get to it. So I have this like really laughably bad snowman lingerie. So I'll be doing that as well. It's such a bummer that last night it snowed in Austin for about 2 hours and I wasn't out there shooting in it, but I might be traveling to real snow this month. Fingers crossed. Jess, Darshell, and I are trying to make something happen to shoot out in the snow. So maybe I'll do my snowman there if we make it to the snow. If not, I have like a bunch of fake snow, and I bought like snow blankets that look like fake snow, and then I have like loose snow that you can like blow, and yeah. So, oh, Esther says my fave shoot was Mega Kalikimaka. The pictures from that really made me smile. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That was the one that I had the most fun with, coming up with the concept, because I had that underwear set for actually for this summer. I had planned to shoot it. Martin and I were going to the beach to shoot May, and because she's a pirate, so of course she's gonna be at the beach. And I thought, I'll just pick up something like tropical underwear to shoot while we're there. And that was the tropical underwear that I got. And then May obviously hasn't been finished, and so we didn't go to the beach. And so I had this underwear, and I was like, man, I really liked it. It looks really cute on me. I can save it for next year. There's so much stuff, you guys, that I get for things that end up going for next year. Like, I have a whole bin of unshot lingerie. And so it's kind of in the bin. And then when I was thinking of stuff for Megmas, Mele Kalikimaka is like one of my favorite Christmas songs. And when it came on, I was like, oh, this would be a really fun, like, not just doing a beach shoot, because I certainly could have gone, I would have much rather gone to a beach and done the beach shoot, the real beach shoot. But like the idea of being indoors on your own and imagining you're there, I liked it. I think some people were not as fond of it, but I thought it was cute. Definitely something that I could do, I guess, next year, is go to the actual beach. Yeah, Tremaine says, I'm excited to see you finish May. Me too. I have the anchor is so close. It's seriously it was so intimidating doing the arms, and watching Jessica, actually, when I was there to do Sylvanas, was like so excited, because she works with insulation foam as well, the same insulation foam I have. And so watching her work with it was like, oh, that's how you do that. Like, I was totally like taking notes the whole time. So we are about to like reorganize our garage, because it will become Slow-Mo Guys shooting season again. And so they'll be using the garage for their props. So what that means is, and why that's relevant, is I have to get my shit, which is these huge sheets of insulation foam, out of the garage. So I have to cut the arms and finish the anchor, or I'm going to lose my materials. So I will be doing that, and then we'll be shooting May in the character May in the spring this year, spring or summer, and probably spring, somewhere on a beach. So I'm very excited about that. I'll also be traveling this year to shoot. I'm just kind of jumping into like my 2018 plans. Sorry, I saw is the garage safe from Slow-Mo Prop Thieves? It is, thankfully. But 2018 plans, so traveling to the snow to do a couple shoots. I actually got, I'm not sure if you guys saw, but I got a Melisandre dress on Amazon. It was a total whim purchase. I was buying stuff for Morticia for October, and I saw it was just like in my recommended, and it was like, I don't know, like $100, but it's like the full gown. It's not this like most quality material, to be perfectly honest, but it looks really cool. I think it's cool for like a one-off shoot. Like, I'm not trying to be like a full-on Melisandre like con cosplay with it. Or maybe I would. It's really cool. Even if I took it and then took some really heavy linen, which is what she wears, like a heavy, sturdy, it's like a linen, but it's like heavy. So linen is not the word I'm looking for, but it's like a linen knit. It doesn't matter. Anyway, if I used the dress that I was sent as like a pattern and then made the actual dress, that would be pretty cool. But it's really, really neat, and I want to go shoot that in the snow, because she has some scenes in Game of Thrones that are like up in the north and in the snow. And so I want to make the necklace that glows, and obviously do the red hair and wear the dress out in the snow. And then Silver Bells and Snowman will happen in January for sure. And then May I would like to shoot, and then finish and shoot. And then I really want to shoot my Wonder Woman getup that I got from UD Replicas. They do screen accurate, sturdy replicas made out of leather. So I took like a very quick shot of it, like kind of half on, when we were shooting Halloween content. But I really want to take it to Italy to shoot, which is where they shot the Themyscira scenes. So I would like to take it there to shoot. So I have the Wonder Woman outfit to shoot this spring, and I'll make a sword and shield, of course. And I think I'm going to try, I'm being optimistic, but I would also like to try to make her gold and like coppery outfit that she actually wears in Themyscira, so we can shoot both. That would be really, really cool. So I want to do that. I want to do another big armor build this year. Griffin Ramsey, who does chainsaw carving, she is interested in doing, we originally had tried to collab on Sylvanas. She wanted to make Sylvanas's bow that's like a spine, and it's really intricate and cool. But it goes with Sylvanas's new war chief outfit, and that's not what I ended up making with Jess. But now that I know how to make the armor, and I'm really comfortable making Sylvanas's armor, I think I'm gonna make a second set potentially, and shoot with the bow, or I'll just redo the thong that I have in this one. In the set I have now, the thong is only made for leggings. It's not made to be like a standalone thong. I would remake the thong and do the thong version of Sylvanas. So I haven't quite decided. The War Chief outfit is like, it's like a little too like covered. Like it's like really, like she's wearing like a cinch around her waist, and there's just a lot of like leather work going on. So it might just be like a little too bulky for me, but yeah, I would like to do that this year. I definitely am going to do, and have had plans to do, a boudoir Sylvanas. I'm not quite sure what combination of armor versus underwear, like how much armor and how much underwear I would wear. And also a lot of my armor connects to other pieces of the armor, but I digress. I will definitely do a boudoir Sylvanas this year. Rex the X1 says you should do her blonde this time to make it a bit different. So actually, if I did Sylvanas as the War Chief, she is blonde as the War Chief. That's canon. The Sylvanas I did was based on the default Banshee skin, and it's her default, it's like her original armor. So that's the only, it's like she's blonde and it's canon now that she's blonde, but I just had that like slight like, ooh, potentially with the Banshee skin. But yeah, if I did any other version of her, she'd be blonde for sure. Yeah. Nick Wyckoff says boudoir Garbo Man, like you mentioned in Mario Party. I actually was surprised people were as excited about the idea of boudoir Garbo Man. I don't know that I will do boudoir Garbo Man, but it's a very funny idea. Maybe for Halloween or something, that would be a funny like Halloween costume. Like sexy Garbo Man would be really cute, I think. Also, this is totally the time for you guys, I'm just blabbing, if you have any questions about Megmas or about what's coming up this year or anything at all, I'm here to answer them. Curtis Cam says, are you planning to come to NYCC 2017 or NY Anime Festival? I think you mean 2018. Haha. I would really like to come to New York Comic Con 2018. I didn't get to go to 2017. And I would love to do 2018 because I really like New York Comic Con, and I would like to do more like cool meetups in New York. I've done some cool meetups in SF. I did a cool meetup in New York once at Big Gay Ice Cream. Yes. And I did it last year or the year before last. Was it a Big Gay Ice Cream that year too? I think I've done 2 Big Gay Ice Cream meetups. So yeah, oh, and in the 2000, like, I don't want to oversell it, but in the 2016 meetup, Alan Tudyk came in. So yeah, I bring in the celebs. You're gonna want to be there. Yeah, you didn't come to 2017, says Tremaine. It's true, I didn't. But I would love to go to New York Comic Con. Oh, make it an April Fool's shoot is what Tremaine says for Garbo Man. That is brilliant. I love that. Don't tell anyone it was your idea. Chris Pike says, I lost my Jack Russell dog last week, Miffy, at 14 to liver cancer. So sad and lonely. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. What a way to start a brand new year. Is such heartache. Like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I was just hanging out with Penny today, my dachshund, who is turning 10 this year. And I don't know what I would do without her. So I wish you lots of light and happiness, and that sucks. Rex the X says, I think you should do Garbo Man because it's so funny. Jess is doing sexy Jar Jar in May. Oh, I hadn't heard that. That would be really cool makeup work. Sexy Jar Jar. Leroy Jenkins says, shoot ideas. Lucy from Fairy Tale, Samus, of course, from Metroid, someone from Bleach. A Samus build would be really cool. I'm not particularly tall. I feel like she's a really tall build. But that would be really fun, especially because she looks so solid. Like, it doesn't look like thin, like where Sylvanas is, like her shoulders are thick, but like the leg pieces are a little thinner. Like, everything about Samus is like huge and bulky and solid, and like, just love it. Like, all that mirror finish, that would be really, really cool. I would love that. I think I hear Smee making another run for coming back to the stream. Leora says, if she can morph into a ball, she isn't tall. You're good. That's true. Chris Fike says, request always open debut. Can't believe Gavin was on before you. Thank you. It is 100% totally not up to me to be on that show. So please let Barb know and the RT staff know that you would like to see me on it, because that's who makes those decisions. Curtis Camp says, since I came in late, are you planning classic character cosplay like classic cartoon April O'Neil, Roll from Mega Man, or Windblade from Transformers? I have not. I'm trying to think of any like classic cartoon. Oh, I've always wanted to do a cosplay. It's actually if you go to my Facebook fan page, I have this super old album that's like planned cosplays, and some of them I've gotten to and some of them I haven't. One of them is from Pirates of the Dark Water, which maybe nobody remembers, because I feel like every time I mention it, like parties and stuff, everyone stares at me blankly. But it was this really awesome cartoon, and there's this really sexy girl in it, and she has this great outfit, and if you want to look at what she looks like, she's on my Facebook fan page. Check it out. I loved Pirates of the Dark Water, so I would love to do that cosplay. I think that would be really, really fun. Yay, Curtis Camp knows Pirates of the Dark Water. That's awesome. Yeah, I loved that show. So I would totally do that. Carl Johnson asks, do you have any interest in doing cross-gender cosplay? I have before. I did, oh my gosh, I don't even know if the pictures, I don't think there's even like a single photo of it. But I did a Wu Fei cosplay when I was like 16. Yeah, I think I was like 16 at the time. It was bad. It was really bad. But it was like the first time I did chest binding and like all that kind of stuff. It was I'm sure like my makeup was offensive. I'm sure like it was not good, but I loved doing it. And a lot of times I do like girly versions of guy characters. So I did in the same Gundam Wing series, I did Hiro Yui for New York Comic Con 2013. Yeah, 2013. My friend did a really cute duo Maxwell, and I did Hiro, but I had like a long brown ponytail. I had a gunshot wound in my arm, which was cool. That Amanda Fonseca did, my makeup artist. so I feel like I try to do like the spin, like the girly spin on the guy characters, but yeah. Are you planning on doing any more themed months this year? That is a fantastic question. I hadn't really planned on, I haven't planned that far in advance, I guess I should say. I loved Suns Out, Buns Out. I think it was really fun to do in the middle of the year, especially when con season is going and it's summertime and it's easy to go outside and shoot. It also is a really good practice run for some of the things I have to end up doing during Megmas. I would love to do more theme stuff. You guys are so welcome to submit ideas. You submit so many good ideas, and they are like how I get like half of what I do, like Trevain can tell you, and I take all of his ideas. So please, if you have like an idea, like, oh, I think you should do this themed month or that themed month, or what if you did a month where you did this or that or the other thing, I am always all ears. I might not always take that idea, I might not always use it, but I always appreciate it. I always am like pleasantly surprised, and maybe I'll take it and flip it and reverse it, but I really like, you guys are awesome about that stuff, so thank you. Yeah. Oh, Trevain says do more Gundam. I know. I would like to do like Hildy was a really cool, she had like this really cool like hello, hi, I was speaking. She had this really cool like piece of hair in front of her face that I think would be fun to make in a wig. So I'd love to do more Gundam cosplay. Chris Pike says, what about Lindsay in the Mario Let's Play? How did that happen? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Esther says, could you not? You're like rubbing on the mic and it's so distracting. He's in all my photos. Nobody is here for you. Could you? Okay. He wants to perf you guys. Esther says, I really love the Naturally Naughty set from Megmas this year. Have you got any more natural non-cosplay related shoots planned for the new year? I definitely do. I think like that was him falling off the chair while I scratched his butt. I'm totally gonna watch that again in the replay. Hold on. There he goes. I love to do like wigs and stuff for, did you not learn a lesson? I love to do wigs and stuff for the underwear stuff, but I also really liked the Naturally Naughty stuff. I think it was very much me and my place inspired. I love that kind of content, so I think there's certainly more of that in the new year. I'd also like to do more like travel photography like that. Like I love what Sarah Underwood does with all of her travel photography, and it's like sexy and adventurous, and I would like to do a lot more of that this year. I think that's one of the things that I'd like to focus on this summer, actually. I've been kind of, okay, could you not? I've been like not taking on Smee. I have to tell people this. I've been not taking on a bunch of cons actually this year because I want to do more like large scale content. So I feel like I love doing conventions and they're amazing, and I will do conventions this year, but I have cut down severely on the number of them because then I can go and travel and do and make more content. So yeah. Oh, sorry, it skipped. Naturally Naughty was my favorite too. Yeah. Gundam month. Oh, Gundam month would be so cool. Maybe just like me and my underwear building Gundams, because then that would just be an excuse to do that. Star Wars month. I have done like a good amount of Star Wars stuff at this point. You could always do more. Smee's back, cat bomb, boudoir Smee. I know. We actually got some photos. Maybe I'll post them if you guys are interested. We got some really nice photos of Smee, and like Martin got a really nice photo of Smee when we were doing the Grateful shoot. Gavin got some really nice photos of Smee when we were doing some of the Megmas stuff. So there's lots of really nice photos of Smee. Hello, Kristen X says, are you still working on that cosplay with a giant anchor? May, I think that was the name. Yes. So I was talking a little bit earlier in the stream about finishing the anchor. My goal is to finish the anchor this month. She has some other armor pieces The one on her neck is not really weird, but the ones on her arms are weird. She has these like they look like little like bowling balls. They're like hand armor. And even Jessica, I was like showing her the things. She was like, it's kind of weird. Like, how are you going to do that? So that's the next hurdle after this. And then the hat, and then the wig, and then we're done. So the goal is to finish the anchor this month. I have been really fortunate in that I found out, I think I've already posted a photo of it. Don't chew on the mic. It's me. No. I think I've already posted a photo of the ring at the top of the anchor. I covered it in Warbler as a test to just see what it would look like, the black Warbler. Because it had such a great, it's me. It has such a great, fine texture to it. It's much smoother than standard Warbler, and obviously it's already black. So I thought it gave a really cool anchor appearance. And so I tried it on the top circle and it looks awesome. So I'm actually going to cover the entire anchor in black Warbler. So I think that will make a lot of things go faster. I don't have to seal it, prime it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Oh, everybody says Smee pics. Yeah. Oh, how about some sexy Snape now that you've watched all the Harry Potter movies? I would love to do sexy Snape. I tweeted about Snape and a lot of people have a lot of feelings about him, so I don't know if that would go over well. But Brianna asks, if you do more cosplay builds, would you do another long behind the scenes video like you did with Sylvanas? Sorry. I really enjoyed that video. Yeah, of course, absolutely. With May, I would totally do another breakdown. There were a lot of things with May already that I've learned that I did differently or that I would do differently. I learned so much building the anchor, so I definitely would do another super breakdown of that build. But Gundam building vids, what a throwback. Yeah, the time lapse was really fun. Leroy Jenkins says, if you do more Star Wars, maybe you can become another meme. That's true. Trevane says, just saying again, just aim to release a May, shoot in May. It's true. It is my intention to release May in May. I also would like to keep her for the calendar, keep a photo of hers for the calendar and put it as May. Why not? Cheeky. I also want to do this year what I did with the calendar last year, which was keeping photos back, so the calendar is filled with photos that were completely unreleased. So I thought people really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed it. So I will definitely be doing that again for the 2019 calendar. Oh, bless you, thank you. Esther says, I really like the cosplay breakdown. It was super interesting to watch how it all came together. It's really cool. It is kind of hard to get footage of everything, and I felt like when we were building, I wasn't getting as much footage as I should have, but then I ended up not using all the footage. So I think it's a good mix of, you try and get as much footage as you can, you try and use as much footage as you get. I know, 2019, it's so crazy to say. Insane. We're in the future. It's weird. I would really like to this year as well, if she would have me. I would love to go back to Jessica's and build something else insane. I had so much fun, and they just taught me so much, and it was really inspiring. And yeah, I would love to go back and do it again. I think we had a good time, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Brianna Robson says, how about some cosplay build streams? I actually was just talking to Yaya Han about this when I was in Japan. Neither one of us have ever streamed creative, and we have a lot of friends that stream creative. We were both kind of talking about it. She was asking me, she was like, do you stream creative? And I said, I don't, because if I'm sewing, I am almost always in my underwear, because you're sewing and then you're putting it on and you're saying it doesn't fit properly, and then you're sewing and then you're putting it on, and you're sewing and you're putting it on. So it's a lot of, or I'm pinning and sliding in. It's a lot of stuff. It's not, I can't show that, can't be in my underwear, and B, it's not like, it's a really, it sounds really negative, but it's like a really frustrating experience creating. It can be. So it's like, especially with sewing, because I'm not amazing at sewing. So there's a lot of like small corrections and stuff. And because I'm not like a standard height, I end up having to like shorten things, and it makes things a lot harder. Anyway, I wouldn't be entertaining if I were sewing, for sure. Armor building is a little different, like foam working, especially now that I'm a little more well versed in it. I think I could do it and talk at the same time, but you also kind of just like get into this, you get into like this zone where you're just like going, and you just want to keep going. And so it might be a little disruptive, but I would totally do it. I suggest it to Yaya. I don't know if she'll take the idea, but Yaya is someone who is, if you guys aren't familiar, Yaya Han is like the cosplayer, the OG. She's amazing, and she's so talented, and she's someone who can create and talk at the same time. And she's also really knowledgeable. She uses like the correct techniques. Like, that's another thing about streaming that I wouldn't be comfortable with, is that I use a lot of shortcuts, and like I cut a lot of corners. She actually does it correctly, and so she would be somebody who could show off all of her techniques. But I suggested to her doing things that are popular, like each stream would be some small prop or accessory or something that she could make in the stream itself. So it would be like, hey everyone, here's my stream. I'm making Chun-Li's bun covers today, which is, you know, if you learn how to make Chun-Li's bun covers, you can do Shampoo's bun covers. And like, those are like, they kind of are, you can use them for different things besides just Chun-Li. And so I think that would be really cool. She would be amazing at it. But yeah, I'm not that talented. That's the word I was looking for. Train says it isn't Patreon related, but I mean, since Gundam has been brought up before, you really should do a Gundam build stream. That I could do, because I am not so into Gundam building. Like, it's, you just click the pieces together. Obviously you can like paint and like weather and do all sorts of really cool stuff with Gundams, but the base of it is pushing pieces together and like clicking them together. That I could definitely do during a stream. David Kelly says need more Meg and Jess shoots, which I fully agree. We have some plans. Nick Wyckoff says, come to Phoenix during the middle of summertime. The weather is great. I'm from Texas, so it's not quite as hot as Phoenix, but I was there in August of this year, and it was lovely. I adore the heat. I'm all about the heat. So, Hello Kristen says, do you have any convention scheduled for 2018 yet? Nothing that's been announced. I did, like I said, like there are some conventions that I have done in the past that I'm not doing this year, because I am focusing on doing more content as opposed to conventions. I'll definitely do New York Comic Con this year. I will most likely be at RTX Austin. I have not heard about any of the other RTXs. I assume because it's coming up so soon, I will definitely not be at RTX Australia, which I would love to do again. Definitely if you're in Australia and you'd like me to come there, definitely let your local cons know, because I would love to come to Australia. And I actually met a convention organizer from France in Tokyo, so hopefully that works out. We talked about doing a cosplay thing in France. I would love to do that this year. But it'll probably be like kind of bigger cons. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to scroll up to where I saw the yep, there we go. Leroy Jenkins says, speaking of your height, did you get to keep the box you had to use while on the know? No, because other people use it. Ashley and I use the same box. Ashley Jenkins and I are almost the exact same height, so we use the same Apple box, so it is there for her. Chris Pike says, get Lenovo to bring you out with Ryan at RTX Sydney. I know, right? I got him the Lenovo hookup. I should be the one going. Trevane says, Vampy Bit Me does a ton of model building on stream. It looks really cool. She is so cool. Linda Lee is the best. I love her. and such a sweetheart. And I love that she loves Gundam, and she's such a nerd for it. So definitely check out her stream. She's like streaming more now, so it's really exciting. RexCX says, what month are we on for Snapchat? Because I totally don't remember. I am doing a rolling Snapchat update. So I, by the end of January, will be caught up on Snapchat, which is why I started warning people, get your Snapchats in, because I will remove you and then you'll have to be re-added. But I am with Kill Screen Crew. I am further along in the year catching up than I am with the final bosses. So that's why I can't tell you a specific month, but I am getting there. Nick says, clearly you haven't felt the wrath of the 115 to 120 degree weather. It is so hot, but it's also like, I love that dry heat. Carl Johnson says, could you collab with Mika? I would love to. Mika's a sweetheart. Would love to collab with her. And Zach says, Apple Box. Did you get it for less than $1,000? I did. Apple Box is just the name of the wooden boxes. Trivane mocks my saying by the end of January, but I believe that I will be caught up. Chris Fikes says, I haven't received Snapchat for ages, would make my day. I, again, am working through all of it. The final bosses take a lot longer than the Kill Screen Crew, because there are a bazillion of you, and the Kill Screen Crew is much smaller and was teeny tiny for part of the year. So, yeah. Curtis Camp says, I prefer cold weather. There's kind of a debate going on up there about whether it's hot or cold is better. I definitely prefer hot weather over cold weather, although I've been like getting a lot of snow in my life lately. Like I got snow in Japan and snow in Austin last night, and I love it. I love the snow. I think it's so cool. I just get so excited. It's like so jazzing when you see it. So that I love. Brianna Robson says, who is your dream person to cosplay collab with? My dream person to cosplay collab with? I'm Jess is like, I think she's, always my dream person just because she teaches me so much. She's somebody who, even just like not necessarily with construction, like posing and photo selection and things like that. Like she just teaches me so much with all of that. So getting to work with her is always really cool. I would really like to do 2 side-by-side big builds. That would be, I think, my dream right now. Trevane says, if I don't mock you, it wouldn't be right. So true. Dave Clark says, I don't have any questions, and this was my first Kill Screen Crew month, and I have to say thanks. December was so awesome. Thank you. Thanks for being part of the Kill Screen Crew. Also, Kill Screen Crew, if you were part of the Kill Screen Crew for the month of, I believe it's July, might be June, they finally fixed the shirt links, so you guys will finally be getting those. I kind of explained it in a post a long time ago, but basically what happened, or I think I explained it in an email to someone. Basically, the Yeti had a website. They had a way of doing freebies for Kill Screen Crew. Then they changed their website, but they didn't change the system for the freebies. So I went to like check like that everybody's codes would work before I emailed them, and they didn't work. And then because they were building their site, and they're super cool dudes, and it's a small team, and I totally understand. They had to build an entirely new system for the giveaways. For like the freebies, it's much easier now. I will say that it's much easier, but it took a long time to QA and QC and all that, and cube every letter. So it finally works. And now that once those are out, I've been waiting to release more merch until that was out and taken care of. More merch is on the way. So that will be announced maybe in January, maybe in February. Zach says real snow sucks. I have family in Ohio. Like I grew up going to Ohio in the winter time for Christmas, and real snow is fucking great. I understand if you don't live in it, like if you live in it, it sucks because it's like slushy and muddy and gross and just like is a pain. But I still like even staying there for like a week would be like, oh, snow. So yeah. Yeah, more merch. Yeah. Rex says, haha, was final boss and I'm now kill screen, so new things all round. Also, because you say my name a bit, you can just say Rex. Or my real name's Bradley. Good to know. Yeah, thank you for upgrading. This is exciting. Oh, Triatom07 says, I think I was the one you explained it to in an email. There we go. It is, I will say, I am, now that it's fixed, very happy. It is much easier to deal with Kill Screen Crew freebies, but holy crap, it took a long time. David Kelly says, do you have any DC comic characters that you would like to do? Well, yeah, so I talked earlier about Wonder Woman, and I'm going to be doing her Themyscira look. And well, I'm trying to do that, but I also already have her actual Wonder Woman outfit, so I'll be shooting that this year. Yeah, that's the only thing I have right now, but maybe more someday. Chris Cam says, what your favorite game you want or playing now? My favorite game I'm playing now, I have been playing You Don't Know Jack on the Switch, the Jack pack that's on the Switch. We've been going through all the episodes. I played the original You Don't Know Jack on PC in like 1992 or whenever it came out. It was like 1996 or whatever. So I love the new one. So I've been going through that. Really love it. Aside from that, Stardew Valley on the Switch, which I love. Obviously PUBG. I haven't played PUBG in literally like a month or more. So missing my PUBG, excited to play that. I will be streaming that later this week. So PUBG, PUBG. Rex says I live in snow and I love it, maybe because I'm Canadian. So true. Curtis Camp says, what about the Marvel guys? I don't have any Marvel plans at this point, but I'm always open to suggestion. Chris Pike says, more Twitch streams with Ryan soon, please. Yes, I actually meant to text Ryan today and I didn't, but I would love to stream with him, hopefully this week. Oh, excuse me. Nick says, if she doesn't answer the Flash, this will be an outrage. I totally should do like a Flash. I get it. Like, have you guys seen there's a photo going around of somebody in a Flash robe and they're like flashing people? I think that'd be perfect. Brianna says, what about Zatanna for DC? I have done Zatanna before. I loved the Zatanna I did before because it was like an anime inspired. It was from a figure line. Like, I didn't do the design, but it was like anime inspired as well, and I loved it. I would really love to remake that outfit. It was just so cute. I would love to do that, especially now that my hair is dark for now. I would totally do that. I know Trevane says hasn't even played the new map yet. This girl. I know. I just like, I miss it. Kayla says, I don't have any questions, but thanks for being a huge inspiration. I got into cosplay this past year and already looking forward to what I'm going to work on in 2018. You go. Yes. I always feel so excited to like think about all the different things I can do this year. So I will be looking forward to yours. Please send the progress when it happens. Brandon says you could do a DC or comic month. That's true. There's like comic book days in a particular day, maybe around that month. Trevane says there's vaulting. I'm so excited. What? Tom says a gender bend Joker could be really fun. There's a really great, so from the same line, the Ami Komi line, Kami line, it's anime and comics and like merged, and it was just all comic book characters that had like an anime twist, and that was where I got the Zatanna from. They have in that same figurine line a Duella Dent, which is so cool, and a lot of people are like, oh, femme Joker, and it's like, no, it's Duella Dent, but it's really cool, and I would love to do that. I was actually in a group with Yaya Han, Stefan Schweitz was in the group, Wind of the Stars, a bunch of people were in that group, and one of the girls, Wind of the Stars cosplay, Mel, was Duellident, and she actually had a working like spinning gear backpack, and it was really cool. And it's certainly one of the like kind of, I would love to, top line sewing wise costumes that I would love to do. Rex says you should do a neon boudoir. I am doing neon. The wig is I commissioned the wig because it's like such big poofy pigtails. I commissioned the wig by this wig artist in France. It was lost in transit in October, so she had to remake. They gave her like her insurance money, and she had to remake the wig. So now they're in transit now. So I got a tracer wig and I got a neon wig. So I'm doing actual neon. I'm not sure when that will come out. And I have the neon chucks that Jordan Rose did, and so I'll do like the actual get up. I don't know if I'll do a boudoir version just because she's so young and so like cutesy and innocent. So I don't know if I would do a boudoir, but I'll definitely do an actual neon this year. Esther says, I bet you can make a really great Valkyrie cosplay from Thor Ragnarok. That would be awesome. I love their outfits. Getting lots of different suggestions for outfits. Trevane says, to be fair, I haven't played PUBG since September. Oh my god. So I watch a lot of streams. Take that for what you want. That's fair. Kayla says the new PUBG map is interesting. My friend and I consider it almost a completely different game based on the way we play it. Ooh, good to know. I've seen a lot of people getting chicken dinners on the new map, so I'm really interested to see how that all plays out. Trevane says that Free Comic Book Day is May 4th. What? That's Star Wars Day. That's oh, it's May 5th. Oh, damn. That's the day after Star Wars Day. Chris Pegg says, I'm going to try and get an authentic Pluck a Duck costume made for me this year to cosplay. Wow, thank you for giving me the inspiration for this. That's really cool. That sounds really great. Curtis says, Tracer wig. I smell another Overwatch. Yes, so I got an actual Tracer wig commissioned this time. A different Tracer wig, I should say, because I had an actual wig. It was like a real thing I could touch, and it was also commissioned, but I got a new wig commissioned from France, and I actually have, I think I've talked about this before, but Ryan Brandt, he's Jess's boyfriend, fake nerd boy, he got these, he had intended to do a version of Tracer, like a gender bend Tracer, and so he got a bunch of her armor, but it was all the raw pulls of a prop maker who makes her armor, like her chronal accelerator and all the different stuff she wears, like her arm bits and all that. So they're all raw pulls, so they're unpainted, they're unsanded, they're unassembled. And so he basically had it in a box, and he was like, look, I meant to do this, I never did it. Do you want to buy them? And I said, fuck yeah. So I bought all of that from Ryan, and I'm going to assemble, sand, and paint. Well, not in that order. Sand, assemble, and paint. All of that for an actual Tracer cosplay this year. So I think really the 2018 focus for me is more, I don't want to say legitimate cosplay, but more like actual cosplay, like not original design cosplay, like more copying the actual design cosplay this year. So I'll be doing a lot of that. Let's see. Kayla says, I'll send you a cosplay progress pics. Yeah, that would be awesome. And Trevane says, but you can get a chicken dinner on the new map. Can you get a chicken dinner on the map is a new question. That's so true. I hope I get it. Curtis says, I can't wait for another Tracer. Rex says, oh my god, I forgot Neon's high school age. Never mind. It's totally fair. Trevane's making fun of me for saying actual cosplay. I know, it's like everything is actual cosplay, but I guess I just meant like copying the design that was intended cosplay. I don't know. Cosplay. Anyway, that's it for me. I do believe I've gotten oh, I heard the cat. Chris says, if I have a gift for you, can I give it to Ryan or Gavin at RTX Sydney? Postage is expensive. Definitely give it to, I believe, is Gavin announced for RTX Sydney? Definitely give it to Ryan. Give it to whoever's there. I'm sure they'll bring it back. I would definitely, I think they have like boxes specifically for that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so please feel free. And also, thank you. Trevane says the cat is returning for one more ruckus, but he went the other way because I believe my dinner has arrived. So thank you guys very much for hanging out in the patron hangout for December. I appreciate you guys hanging out and being patrons and making 2017 so awesome, so amazing. And we will be doing these more regularly if you continue to be a patron, of course. If not, no worries, totally understand. I just appreciate that you guys are here for this one. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, goodbye. Heart you.